Hey everyone, welcome back to my makeup party with Natasha. I am finally back. I have not filmed in forever. I'm going to try to get on a better schedule. I have had a really bad cold. I still have it. That's why I sound so awful. But I feel less miserable today than I have in the last 5 days. So I'm finally getting around to filming. It's been forever, and in the meantime I have ordered many things that are on their way, and one of them that came is the just ultimate deal that I got from QVC from Urban Decay. It is the Urban Decay Elements palette. So they had this on as their special value the other day. $15 a month for 4 months for this $50 palette. So that's amazing to me. That is a price I can get on board with. I want you to just stare at this cover art here. This is fantastic. Look at these brilliant colors on this front here, and then this is very unusual. There's like a clear topping, and then this stuff is inset down in there, that glittery. Wow, it is beautiful. This palette has a lot of different colors. I'll show you a close-up of that later. It has a lot of different colors, but I kind of want to compare this to the Born to Run palette because that's another multicolor, very versatile palette that Urban Decay just recently came out with, and I wanted to see if you have that, do you really need to get this Elements palette? Again, this is one of those circular palettes that some people don't really like the way they store in drawers, etc. And this is a rather large circular palette, maybe a little bit problematic for you. I feel like the colors on this palette were better suited to maybe a mermaid palette because they are gorgeous and they are so varied. There's greens and blues. They're heavy on the purples on this palette. I feel like this could have been a mermaid palette. It could have been a like a space palette. I get a very spacey feel from this, a very constellations, outer space. The colors are just all over the place, which is great in a palette. It's great to have variety in a palette. I especially love the purples in this palette, but I did a sort of a warm eye today, and I may do another look with the purples too as well, because these purples are really calling to me. Here are the swatches from this beauty. I just can't stop looking at this stuff in here. That's amazing. Okay, here are your colors, and there are a lot of them. This is Moon Rock. This is a gorgeous color. I have that on my lid today. I love this one right here. That one is called Fortune Teller. It is a duochrome. This is a duochrome. This one is kind of a duochrome. It has some different colored glitter reflects in there. Okay, Urban Decay recently came out with this Born to Run palette. Like the Elements palette, it's very varied. There's blues, greens, and purples, and warm tones in here as well. Let's see. Now the ones in the Elements palette, the brights seem to be bright. Like the colors, the purples, the blues, the greens are brighter. The Born to Run, they're more muted. Overall, this Born to Run palette is quite muted in color. It kind of has a theme across the whole thing of just kind of muted tones. This one has brights in it. I mean, look at that purple and that blue and those two greens. Has a lot of brights to it. I would say both of them have a lot of warm browns and rusts and natural colors like that. Both of them have a lot of that. And in that way, they're quite similar. But the brights in this one are definitely brighter. So if you like brights, this is more the palette for you. So they have two different size palette pans in here, except for this one. That one is extra huge. And it's a beautiful duochrome as well. But they have two sizes of palettes. They have a medium and a small. I guess we've got large, medium, and small in this palette. And I'm glad that they put these two mattes over here that are good crease and transition colors. I'm glad they made those in a bigger pan because you're going to go through those. You're going to use those pretty much on every look for a crease or transition color. Before I show you how I applied today, let me tell you what's on my lips. It's from Givenchy. Rouge Liquide in 100 Nude Tweed. That's one of these with the special packaging, and you squeeze it out on the end there, and then on top of that I put some from something from MAC that I've had forever, Holiday Crush. It's a frosted lipstick, It's from, I think, last Christmas. They did these very metallics, very pretty colors. So here's how I applied today. Okay, eyelids primed with Urban Decay Primer Potion in Fix, one of my favorites. I'm going to start by going into this Antidote. It's a light peach color, and I'm going to do my crease and very large transition area in that. And I'm just going to dot it on first, and then I'll go back and forth and swipe. Oh, that's going to work perfectly for what I'm looking for. I just want a light definition color that's not dark. I'm going to take some of this Elemental tone here, which is a rusty color, and go in the inner crease with that. Just kind of taking it on the edge of my fluffy brush, like that. Not on the whole end, but just the edge. And just dabbing it in, dabbing that edge into the middle there. Again, perfect crease color. Got this for, I think, 4 payments of $15 on QVC. That is a deal. I love QVC. I have to keep my eye on them because you never know when they're just going to spring up with some kind of brand new makeup, and it's on payments. Okay, this color called Moon Rock is absolutely beautiful right here. I'm going to put that on my lid. It looks brown, but it's like a pink brown. It has glitter in it. Very creamy. It's going on my flat brush very nicely. Can you see the weird pinkish tone on there? Let me turn up my light. There's a weird pinkish cast there that I really wanted to get on my lid, and there are chunks or pieces of glitter in there, but this is a really dark color. So I think I'm going to brighten it up in just a minute. I just discovered another color. I keep discovering colors on this palette. I'll go to dip into one and I'll look at the one next to it a little closer and I'll be like, Outer corner, I'm doing a little of this color called Firestarter. It is fiery. It is so pretty in the pan. It is a weird red. It's like a pink red, purplish red. It's not really a good highlighter color for under the brow here. I mean, there's this blue-white, but I don't really want to go there. So I think I'm just going to leave it bare until I get ready to pull out one of my highlighters for my cheeks, and I'll put something on then. A little of this dark brown called Tectonic right here. That is another metallic, and I'm just going to put that on out here. Very outer corner. Okay, now for the fun part. Take a look at this color called Fool's Gold. That is gorgeous. I'm going to get that with my finger, and I'm just going to pop. It's like a green gold. Look at that. I'm going to pop that on the middle of my lid with my finger. It's a greenish gold. That is so pretty. And I'm just going to lightly put that on, lightly spread it around. Okay, to line under my eyes, I think I'm going to start by putting a base of this Elemental, the tan rust right there. It's going on very pretty, very rusty. And I'm going to take a brush and just blend that. So overall, I think this is a great palette. I love the duochromes. This purple one in the middle, well, I'm calling it purple, it's not, it's white. But it's so purpley duochrome. It's just got that gorgeous lavender purple shine to it. I always like to have a couple of duochromes thrown into a palette that just really spices it up. This color right here is stunning, stunning. That's a duochrome purple to sort of teal, blue-green. There are, let's see, 3 mattes in here. One of those mattes has some micro glitter in it. The rest of them are completely matte. And then the rest of the palette is metallic. Some of the metallics are just a base metallic. Some of them have glitter in them. There's a matte on here called Firestarter, and it is gorgeous. It's a matte, but it has some silvery glitter in it. And it's just an unusual color. It's red, but it's got a lot of pink in it. It's just unusual. It does have silver. I'm trying to get the glitter to where you can see it, but there are some little micro silvery glitters in there. Different kind of palette. Rock. And then this moon rock that I have on my lid is very unusual. It's like a copper pink. It's a copper bronze pink. It has some sort of little tiny bluish or lavender glitter in it, like micro glitter. Unusual colors in this palette. I think it's an unusual palette. I think it's worth it, and especially if you could get that deal that I got on QVC, that was awesome. Keep your eye on QVC. We got to keep watching them to see if they sneak any more good deals in there like this. Okay, on the way. Here's what I've got. We've got holiday palettes rolling in. We've got holiday sets rolling in. Going to be doing a video on Charlotte Tilbury for you in just a little while. As soon as I get their concealer. They have a new concealer. I want to try the concealer and the powder and see how that looks on a mature under eye area. As far as palettes go, I have the gingerbread palette in the mail from Too Faced. I have the new Pat McGrath Labs bronze palette, Bronze Seduction I think it's called. That one is on the way. I'm so excited about that one. I may do 2 or 3 looks on that one in the video because it is so stunning and because it's so expensive. I also got 2 palettes coming from Bobbi Brown. They did an ultraviolet palette and they've done an infrared palette. And how different of a look in that infrared palette is it for Bobbi Brown? Bobbi Brown doesn't do anything like that. And I can't wait to get all this new holiday stuff in and show you guys what it looks like. So I'm really starting to stuff up now. So I'm going to say good night and thanks for watching, you guys. I'll see you in my next video.